This is Rick Vandenberg for North Carolina State University Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll, and this is the third and final part talking about putting information out there and discussing it with the public, letting it get loose into cyberspace and all that. And the final one is I just want to talk to you a little bit because we've had some posts on Facebook and some of them have generated a lot of attention about things like neonicotinoids and bee kills, GMOs, and all these sorts of things. And this is about like global climate change. There are two distinct camps. Republicans, Democrats, however you want to divide things up, there's usually are two very distinct camps. And when it comes to pesticides, when it comes to GMOs, when it comes with a lot of the tools that maybe we use in the turf industry, there's a side that utilizes them and sees their advantages, and there's a side that is really dead set against them. And I just want to give you, because my experience of working with pesticides over 30 plus years has been that it's a real challenge to educate the public about risk. A lot of people, after a few shark attacks off the coast of North and South Carolina, weren't going to go in the ocean again for the rest of their life, even though there's a much greater chance of driving down the street and going through McDonald's drive-thru of something bad happening to you. So it's really hard for a lot of people to comprehend risk and put it in context of what the real risk is. And one of the things that we oftentimes do when we talk about risk is we try to tell people about things that are a lot greater risk so they don't feel bad about the risk that's at hand. And we often do this. We say, well, I wouldn't worry about that because this is 10 times more likely about to happen. Well, that doesn't make them feel any better about the initial threat. And a joke that I've always told is that when my daughter was a little girl, she wakes up in the middle of the night and I go in her room, she's all upset, and I say, honey, what's wrong? And she says, Daddy, I was having a nightmare. I was being run over by a freight train. And since I'm a scientist, I've got to give her some statistics. And I say, well, honey, don't worry about it because scientific research actually shows you have a much greater chance of being shot by a cocaine addict. Well, that may be scientifically or statistically true, but that's not going to put her back to sleep at night because I just gave her something even worse to think about. And that's really whether it's talking about neonicotinoids in bees or whether it's talking about GMOs or whether it's talking about just pesticide use in general or water issues in general. We don't make the public or our clientele or the people we deal with or the media feel any better about these issues if we spend all our time talking about things that are a lot worse. So, we've got to put it in language and context that they can understand it, and by beating them about with all the other things that can go wrong in life, it doesn't make them feel any better about the risks that they're most concerned about. We'll try to talk about this some during the winter months when the bugs aren't so active. I'll try to have a couple more talks on that, but hope these last three have given you some things to think about. And I'll continue throwing information out on Facebook and social media and not knowing where it ends up. And we'll look forward to talking with you again next time. Thanks.